And I think if there's one thing that you should take away from this list, it is to stop buying at least for a little while to kind of see how it feels. Okay, so I don't buy cleaning products or books anymore, but those are just a few of the things I stopped buying to help save money and to save the environment. There are actually 15 things that I promised myself that I wouldn't buy anymore at the start of 2025, and today I'll explain why and how I managed without them. The last one has actually surprised some of my friends and family, but it has saved me a lot of money. So number one, starting off with nail polish. I don't actually do my nails all that often, and when I do, I can just use some of the polishes that I already have at home, because I do actually have quite a few of them, and it's also quite surprising how long beauty products last when you don't use them that often. So I won't have to buy any new nail polish for the duration of this year. And number two, deodorant. The second one might sound a bit weird, because what do you mean I'm not using deodorant anymore? But that's not the case. I actually do use this reusable deodorant where I just have the case and then I buy refillables for it when they run out. But I don't buy any new like plastic or glass case deodorants anymore. And number three, perfume. It's the same with perfume. I obviously still use it, but I already have 3 perfumes that I use regularly. Like one is my basic everyday go-to perfume, and then I also have 2 smaller ones which I use when I'm traveling, and they also last forever, even though I use the big one every day. But they smell good, and that's all I need really. So I don't have to buy any new perfumes for the remainder of 2025. Alright, and so number 4 is new hair products and hair tools. And I don't know about you, but I love experimenting with my hair. Like ever since I started growing it out, I have loved to try out different hairstyles and styling products. And it's been a lot of fun, but eventually I've come to a point where I realized that all the money that I've spent on hair products, of course they've like brought me a lot of fun, but it's temporary fun. And I think I want to spend my money on things that bring me more long-term enjoyment. So for example, if I go out and buy a new curl cream, then I'll enjoy it like the first time I try it, but then the more I use it, I'll enjoy it less and less every time. Whereas if I had taken that money and spent it on like getting a coffee with a friend or something like that, that would have given me more happiness in the long term. And I think I want to spend my money more on those types of activities instead. So I still will be buying like refillables when I run out of the stuff I already have, but I won't be buying any new styling products or hairstyling tools. And number 5, art supplies. So this next one has actually been extremely hard, because I've always loved to paint and do different craft projects. It's been one of my biggest hobbies ever since I was a little child. And that has obviously resulted in me gaining quite the collection of art and craft supplies over the years. And it actually came to a point where I didn't have any more room for any more art and craft supplies in my apartment. So what I've done now is that I promised myself that when I've used up all of the supplies that I already have, that's when I can allow myself to go out and buy some new supplies. But for right now, I'm not allowing myself to buy anything arts and crafts related. So that can be like anything from pens, papers, paints, and everything in between. I'll have to use up the things that I already have, and then I can go out and buy new ones if I still feel like I want to. And number 6 is books, and this one has actually not been hard at all, and I'm saying that as someone who loves reading. But the thing is, I got a library card. I think it's been like 1 or maybe 2 years ago now, and let me tell you, it has been the best thing that I've done in my entire life. It has changed my life, and I know it sounds like an exaggeration, but it really isn't. It has completely eliminated the need for me to buy a new book again, ever, because it's so easy to get a hold of even newer books in the library. You just kind of have to wait a little bit more than you would have if you were to buy them new in store. But for me, I think it's completely worth the wait, because there's rarely a book that I feel like I have to read right now. I can usually wait the days or weeks that you have to wait before the book arrives at the library. And I also know that obviously I'm really privileged to have a lot of libraries around where I live. This might not be the case for you, but if you have at least one library close to where you live, then I would say to you to get that library card right away. I promise you, you won't regret it, and you won't have to buy a new book again, ever. Number 7 is workout equipment. So I started investing in my health around 2023, so also like 2 years ago. And that's when I started to experiment with my workout routine, kind of finding out what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And I've kept the same routine basically more or less ever since. And I also during that time purchased some training equipment for me to be able to work out at home. But now I also feel like if I want to use like any more training equipment, if I want to get more advanced things, then the more sustainable thing is for me to just go to the local gym and use the equipment there instead, or just go exercise outside, which is free and even more sustainable. So that's what I'll be doing instead. I won't be allowing myself to buy any more workout equipment for the remainder of this year. I can still buy workout clothes, which I buy secondhand. That is okay, but I don't buy anything more. Okay, so we're halfway through the list, and this next one, number 8, is a new phone, which I feel like is pretty self-explanatory because I already have a phone. It works. Yeah, it works. And that's basically all I need from a phone, so I won't be buying any new phone for the remainder of this year. So number 9 is tote bags, and I don't think this is a controversial one. I have a few tote bags at home, and I've started getting pretty good at bringing them whenever I go shopping or when I go somewhere where I might need to get a bag. So yeah, the 2 or 3 ones I have at home, I really don't need any more than those, so I won't be buying any more tote bags. Okay, so number 10 is tea, and this one might actually be surprising because I am a huge tea lover. I drink it every morning as part of my morning routine and quite a few times during the day as well. So you might be wondering, how is it even possible for someone like me who loves tea so much to not buy tea at all? And to that I say, well, obviously I still buy and drink tea. It just means that instead of buying the tea that comes in the small little packages, I buy what I think is called loose leaf tea. It just means that it comes in these big bags instead of the ready-to-use packages, which are much more wasteful in my opinion. And I also think that the loose leaf tea tastes better and I feel like it lasts me longer, so I also save a bit of money on that, or at least that's what it feels like. So number 11 is plastic plants, and when I moved out and lived the first couple of years in my own apartment, I thought that plastic plants were the best invention ever, because what do you mean I get to have like this green cozy apartment but I don't have to take care of my plants? It just seemed like the best thing ever. But as the years went on and I started to visit friends who not only had real plants but also knew how to take care of them, and I kind of started to reflect on the fact that plastic plants really are unsustainable in the way that they don't have anywhere to go when you get tired of them. That made me realize that I should probably start investing in getting real plants instead and also learning how to take care of them. So that's what I did. The plastic plants that I already owned, I actually donated those to my office. And then I started building a small collection of real plants and also learned how to care for them. And I don't think I'll be buying plastic plants ever again. Number 12 is actually scented candles, and I'll be honest and say that I love a good scented candle, but it's not something that I ever be buying for myself. Most scented candles actually contain chemicals that are at worst downright harmful to breathe in, and I don't have the patience to keep track of which ones are harmful and which ones aren't, so I find it easier to just buy normal candles and enjoy the kind of cozy indoor vibes that way instead. Number 13 is cleaning products, and once again, this doesn't mean that I don't clean my apartment, it just means that I prefer to use stuff that is multi-purpose. So, for example, soap can be used to clean most surfaces instead of me going out and buying cleaning products for all kinds of different surfaces. And baking soda and vinegar are also great to clean most things. So that's what I'm using instead. And I still have some cleaning products left from when I still used to buy them, so obviously I'm going to use those up, but it's not something that I'll be buying new in the foreseeable future. And number 14 is fabric softener, and I'll be honest, fabric softener is so harmful to the environment that I'm not even sure why people use it anymore. It's something that I haven't been using for years and my clothes are fine, and if you want an alternative you can also use vinegar for this. It works really well as far as I've heard, but you can also stop using it altogether and your clothes will still be fine, I promise. So last but not least is number 15, paper towels, and this is definitely the one that has gotten the most reactions from my friends and family. I don't buy paper towels anymore. When I stopped buying them, I was a little bit worried because I got these thoughts like, but what if I spill something really bad in the kitchen when I'm cooking, or there's a big water leak or stuff like that. But plot twist, I'm actually not that clumsy, and even when I did spill a lot of things while cooking, for example, the thing that I just used instead were regular towels, you know, the ones that are made from fabric and can be tossed in the washer and reused afterwards. Yeah, I know, it's revolutionary. That's what I'm using instead, and it's working really well. I also did cut up a bedspread that can be washed in 60 degrees Celsius and cut it up into smaller pieces or smaller towels, and I have been using those as well. Ever since I stopped using paper towels, I haven't missed them a day. I've been doing completely fine without them, and considering how often I would have been buying paper towels otherwise, I think it saved me a lot of money already this year. So it's not something that I'll be buying ever again. And I think if there's one thing that you should take away from this list, it is to stop buying paper towels, at least for a little while, to kind of see how it feels, because it's something that is inherently very wasteful and it's super easy to get rid of. The alternatives are working great and it will save you money. So if you want an easy way to save money and be less wasteful at the same time, then I think this is definitely the one thing you should try out. Alright, so those were 15 things I'm not buying this year. I hope I inspired you to start thinking about some of the things that you can quit buying to save your money and also to help save the environment. And if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button to get more inspiring videos like this in the future. I hope you have an amazing day and see you soon.